The state of music marketing has made me want to commit slip and slide for the last 9 months, and it has nothing to do with the music. The music is more often than not the only piece I find in this agonizing experience we call life. It's all the bullshit that surrounds the music that I, as a marketing manager, have to sift through that makes it incredibly lame at times. Almost as lame as being a grown man who makes boomerangs. We used to go to war, now we shake our cups for Instagram. Being a marketing manager for an artist can be broken down into the direction and management of a few primary pillars in relation to their career: press and publicity, radio and sales, digital, ad strategy, touring strategy, branding, and audience development, and whatever else you want to throw on that pie we call marketing. And how well you're able to understand and leverage all these different moving pieces is in direct correlation with how well you'll be able to market artists. And as someone scaling the music marketing game, not only on the label side, but the independent side as well, I've noticed two extreme sides of the spectrum pop up. Side A,
yeah, we're gonna need you to make 6 more TikToks today, and don't forget, our trending sounds analysis actually shows us cat videos are really popping off, so make a TikTok about cats. And don't forget, if you don't get 5,000 pre-saves and 4,000 sound creations on TikTok, don't even sniff a release date, pal, okay? Now scram, I got useless Zoom meetings to go to. And side B, man, I just spent like 5 months creating the greatest song ever, and you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna drop that bitch on my story. And both these sides hold merit. The best practice analytic-driven stuff by the labels makes sense for audience building and boosting up numbers, albeit they can be vanity at times. And the artist-centric stuff of just being themselves is the most authentic approach to build organic relationships with fans. However, they exist on opposite sides of the spectrum, and truly great marketing exists in the middle, and Amaarae is one of those ones. Amaarae released her second studio album last month, and it is very easily in my top 5 and possibly my album of the year. It blends R&B, Afro-punk, punk, and all kinds of different genres so effortlessly. And it just so happens that the rollout itself also managed to blend a ton of different elements so fucking easily. Chock full of traditional buzz building, creative visuals, great visual identity, brand identity, and a super active digital front alongside advertising and paid and earned media placements. It did everything a rollout should do. The date is February 2023, and Amaarae just released this world-shattering snippet. And if you've ever been a core fan of somebody, you would understand just how powerful a really good teaser is. And fast forward a few days later, we get this cryptic ass trailer for something called Fountain Baby using that same exact snippet. And it doesn't take a genius to put 2 and 2 together. A few days later after that cryptic post, we get a release date in this photo dump on Amaarae's t-shirt. And what better way to market music than a woman in a crop top? Wow. March 17th, we get a YouTube premiere for the first single in the rollout, Reckless and Sweet. Let's pause right here and talk about strategic partnerships. As you know, strategic partnerships are any collaboration or partnership that benefits both parties, like Drake partnering with Apple to release Views exclusively, same thing with Frank Ocean, or that time Drake put his face on every fucking playlist for some reason. In relation to this rollout, Amaarae and her team very strategically partnered with YouTube Music to release this song through a premiere. And if you aren't aware, YouTube best practices look like this. They want you to use a ton of shorts, they want you to use community tab, they want you to do live redirects, they want you to premiere the video, and then they want you to go on after party. And if you think I'm lying, I learned that directly from the head of YouTube Partnerships West Coast. Amaarae and her team did all of that. As I mentioned, Reckless and Sweet premieres on YouTube Music, and it gets a bunch of major press editorials, and it gets Spotify editorials, and then it gets a bunch of additional digital content where they chopped it up for TikTok, Shorts, and Instagram. Which, if you have a super strong music video and you're not making short form cutouts to it, what the fuck are you waiting for? Do you want somebody to fly food in your mouth like an airplane? Like, come here, Mr. Artist, come make this post on TikTok with your good music video. As I mentioned at the top of the video, the rollout is full of subtle, creative-ass hints alluding to this Fountain Baby project, and Reckless and Sweet's music video was no exception to this. It had a bunch of small little references throughout the course of the video, and we even got an Instagram still from the music video with another Fountain Baby reference. Right after that, the team goes into a brand partnership with H&M and Muller, and I believe I'm saying that right, but as the girls in gays would say, I'm not Slay, so please.
Did somebody say
Slay?
Let's pause again and talk about brand partnerships as opposed to strategic partnerships this time. They pay out a fucking bag, and they also increase your brand equity through the roof. If you can work with high-level brands and still get paid, that means you're family-friendly. That means you appeal to everyone. Think about it when Yachty was the redheaded kid who was on every fucking Sprite commercial. That took him from just being a niche rapper to a mainstream household act. Back to Amaarae in this H&M performance. She posted this cool little performance video to be a little cadence piece of content in between releases, and it worked phenomenally well. Right after that, we get a behind-the-scenes video of Reckless and Sweet, and the point of this is just to keep it top of mind in fans' faces and give them additional content to consume. And this is where it gets wild. Remember how I talked about brand equity? Well, cosigns kind of go right into brand equity. The more you have, the more brand equity you have, right? She got a cosign from the fucking Vice President of the United States of America. That means Amaare's brand equity is so high that world leaders think it's beneficial to be around her. Following that, we go into a bit of a hush period regarding Fountain Baby, but Amaarae stayed in our faces because she was doing a lot of physical activations. Harping back to when I said marketing managers have to focus on a lot of things, touring and physical activations are one of them. All of that, we're about a month and a half in the rollout, and we get our second cryptic trailer for Fountain Baby. Except, the kicker is this time we get a release date, and it's for 6-9. Following that, we get probably the best song that has ever been invented. Co-Star. And if you live under a rock, Co-Star is a song about Amaare's relationship with different zodiac signs and her opinions of them. And obviously, the song title is riffing on the horoscope app, Co-Star. Anyway, the music video itself is basically a video of all the different bad bitches from around the world that Amaarae is friends with and them representing different signs. And let's pause again to talk about influencer marketing. The Met Gala is really important because a bunch of famous people go there, right? Well, Co-Star's music video is also really important because all the famous, beautiful women are there. You get how that works. As I mentioned before, vertical chops were made from the music video to go along with it, and we got a digital content series of her interviewing all the bad bitches from the music video. And this was a short series of content where Amaarae interviewed her guests about different things in relation to zodiac stuff. And it was a great way to keep Co-Star top of mind without just forcing the song down someone's throat. Also, at the same time, we get a sneak peek of the merch, and she had all of her guests wearing it again. If this image of these beautiful women wearing this merch doesn't make you want to stream Fountain Baby, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I literally don't know what to tell you. Anyway, we're about 3 months in this rollout at this point, and we finally get a pre-save link and the album cover. And right after, on May 15th, we get this final cool, little sexy, mysterious trailer that literally goes right into the creative of the album cover. And now we're approaching the final sprint of the rollout, and this part of the rollout looks a lot like traditional media. She was going on radio shows, doing earned media placements, NPR, Pitchfork, and on the day of the fucking drop, June 9th, we get another music video for the song Wasted Eyes. Once again, following all the best practice suggestions for YouTube, we get a bunch of major press editorials from like Pitchfork, and of course, we get a ton of Spotify press editorial because that's just what you do when you're at a major. But with that being said, since this video is so long, I just want to say a few more things. Whoever the project manager and the marketing manager and the team was on this Amaarae rollout, you are phenomenal at what you do, and I aspire to be as good at what you do. Amaarae, you are incredibly talented, and the music is fucking amazing, and the vision for this whole project is also amazing. If you haven't listened to it already, I strongly suggest you go listen to it, but this video is getting way too long, and I probably care way too much about marketing.